Today I want to share 21 unique, but not too unique, short, cute boy names with you guys. So I already had my baby, and she's definitely a girl in her little pink outfit. But we did not know her gender before she was born, so we had a list of boy and girl names, so I'm going to share the boy names with you guys today. So the first name on my list is Cohen. If you'll notice throughout this video, for some reason I really was drawn to C names. I don't know why, but whatever. Cohen. I think that this is so cute for a boy or a girl, but it's on my list for a boy, and I just love this name. I think it's unique, but not too weird, and I've never heard of anyone with this name except for a last name, but I love it as a first name. The next name on my list is Crew. I've heard it spelt C-R-U or C-R-U-E or E-W. And I like the C-R-E-W best. I just did not end up having boys, so I didn't have to make that decision, but I just really love that name. I love how short it is and how you really can't mess it up. Another C name coming at you is Corbin. I really love this name. A little piece of me still thinks of Corbin from High School Musical, which I think was kind of hard for me to get over, but my husband and I both really love the name. I think it's just a really a handsome little boy name, grown-up boy name, man name. I just think it's a really good name. Another name that I love is Stone. I've only met one person named Stone in my life, and it's short and simple and not something that you can shorten to something ugly. I just think that the name Stone is just clear, strong, good name. Another name that I really loved was Zayn. I feel like that's a little bit less unique. I know a couple people with that name, and so that's why I kind of that's why it wasn't the very top of my list, but I really do like that name. I think it'd be a really cute middle name as well. Another name that my husband and I both really loved was Koah. It's a little bit more unique, different. I've never heard anyone name that, but I really like that name, Koah. Next on my list is the name Jax. I think that is really cute. Again, I think you'll see a theme of me liking short names that you can't really mess up. So Jax, I love that. It's a little bit like Jack, which is a very common name, but a little bit different. The next name is really cute in my opinion, but I live right next to the Texas Rangers. So the next name is Ranger, and I think it's really adorable. It's a little bit country, which is not the type of person that I am, but I don't know why. I just really am drawn to that name, and I think it's really cute. But I think people would think that it was after the Texas Rangers if I were to name my kid that. So yeah, I don't think I could ever name my son that, but I really think that is a good, cute name. Another name that I like for either a boy or a girl, but it's on my boy list, would be Oaks. I also like the name Oak. I didn't realize this at the time of me really liking this name, but it's actually one of my second cousin's middle name, so I don't know if that matters, but I really like the name Oaks for a boy or a girl. And again, it's very short, and no one can mess it up. No one can shorten it to a name that you don't like. It is what it is. Another name that I really love is the name Storm. I think it's kind of cute for a girl, but I think people are going to, especially as a little girl, nickname the girl Stormy, and I don't love that as much, and so that's why it's on my list for a boy. I think it's a really strong name, and it's also very unique. Another name that I really liked is the name Beckett. I like Beckett and I like Beck, so I think that those are both really cute. My last name starts with a J, so any name that starts with a B, just basically, no, it's not happening. But I still really, really like the name. Another name that I really like is the name Coast. I think that it is a little bit more unique. It's kind of like ocean cool boy vibes to me, and I really like it. I think that it is a little bit different, but not too out there. So yeah, I really like the name Coast. The next name is a little bit more out there. It's the name Wolf. So I honestly, my husband and I really liked this, like before I got pregnant, and we thought it was cool, and we kind of were joking, but then we're like, actually, we really like it. And yeah, I think that that's a cool name, but I don't know if I would actually go through with naming my child that, but it's still on my list, and I still think it's a really cool name. Another name that I really liked is the name Cove. Again, it's a C name. I don't know why I really like C names, but it's short and sweet, and I think it's also like a strong name for a boy, so Cove. I really like that. The next name is Blue. I think that that would be such a cool name for a boy or a girl. I would love if my name was Blue, but again, it's a B name, so it's never going to happen. So maybe someone watching this will name their kid Blue, and let me know in the comments that you got to name your kid such a cool name. But Blue, I just think it's super sweet. Another name I really loved was the name Kane. I think that that's really cute. I really loved it in the Bible, Cain, but Cain in the Bible killed his brother, and so I don't really think it has a great meaning, but Kane, Kane, means like little battler or warrior, which has a way better meaning, and it's still the same name, so I think that that is a really cool name for a boy. Another name that I've always loved, and I always thought that I would name my child this, is Rook, and that is my last name, my maiden last name. And the only reason why we have not named our child that is because I grew up always having issues with my last name. For some reason, it's so easy, R-O-O-K, but people would always mistake it for Brooke, Brooks, Brooks, I don't know, different things. And I always have to spell my last name whenever I say it to people so they don't get it messed up. So that is the only reason why I haven't named my child that, but I just think the name is so cute, so short, cool. I haven't ever heard of anyone named that, and so yeah, again, if someone out there names their kid that, let me know in the comments, because I love it, and maybe one day I will name my kid that, but we'll see. Another name that I love, but I've been seeing pop up more and more, is the name Tate or Tatum. I think that this is also really cute for a boy or a girl, but it's on my list for boys. I just think it's a little bit more used recently, so that's probably why we maybe wouldn't use it, maybe as a middle name, but I just think that it's really cute, and it is also one of those short, strong names that is a little bit more unique, but just being used more now, in my opinion. Another name that I really love is the name Eli. So I've always loved this name for a boy or a girl, middle name, first name, whatever. I've always wanted, I just love that name. But my husband is not as in love, so will that ever be one of our children's names? Who knows? We will see. But I really think that that name is a very cute, cool name. Just like Eli on its own, not anything extra. The last name is Levi. This is not as unique as well, but I only know just a handful of people named Levi, so I think it's still more, it's not like completely traditional, and I've always thought that that was a super cute name, and I believe that that is a biblical name as well. So that was the last list. So that was the last name on my list. I hope this gave you guys some inspiration, or you liked some of the names. If you liked any of them, if you named your kid any of them, let us know in the comments. If you have any name that you want to add that like kind of fits my vibe, let me know, because I will have other kids in the future, and yeah, I would love to add some more names to my list, and hopefully you guys come up with a name for your next baby before the baby's born, unlike us. And yeah, if you want to check out the girl list that I have, I will link that. And yeah, thanks for watching.